Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Gladiator Guild Manager by Entertainment Forge. Now, in our last episode, we had just finished the first of the 12 arenas in the game, and although it was a little bit on the easy side, they will, I promise, get much harder. We are starting a new month, and let's take a look back at our team of gladiators. So we had just purchased the up to 8 gladiator slots. So our first 4, which just we were able to use just to finish a event recently. We now have the ability to buy a couple more. We got 300 gold. Might be able to afford one. I'm not going to be in too much of a rush, though. I think the next one we purchase, I actually want somebody different. So in order to buy a different gladiator, you're going to have to go back into the guild building and buy one of these things. So the little money bag sign means that you do have the resources needed to buy that particular one. So we could buy a druid. We could buy a hunter. Now, I definitely don't want a hunter. The hunter is simply too similar to the archer. We would basically be buying a character who did the same thing. We could simply buy another archer. And also, it's not terribly interesting way to build the progress. I kind of want the rhino, to be honest with you. So we need a little bit of stone. Now, we are short stone. We need 35. So this would be a good time to kind of teach you guys one other feature. We are at 25 stone. We're 10 short. Now, if you are desperate, you can take care of that quite simply by hitting this trade menu. And the 4 resources at the top of the screen can be bought and sold. So wood current price, buy and sell at 40 and 50. Of course, you are going to have to buy at the higher price, sell at the lower. You know, they gotta make their margins. Stone has a bit of a higher value, and iron has a higher value as of yet. Now, one thing I noticed about the game is that the price of mana crystals, which is 40 and 60 bid-ask spread, this never changes as you go along. They will always go for 40 and 60. So I almost kind of use mana crystals as a bit of a repository for gold. If I, get a quest reward and I don't know what I want and gold's not an option and I don't need wood or stone, or I'll just take mana crystals knowing I can always sell them for $40 each. And I've sold some before. Doesn't seem to, lower the price if you do it. So there's no like market force on it. Now, the other things, they will actually increase in price very slowly over time. At the start of the game, stone actually went for 50. If I'm not mistaken, I think the price of these things was a 40 over here and a 60 over here, and it's already bumped it up by 50%. So, you know what? Inflation is real. And iron as well was going for 80 and 120. Looks like that bumped up 50% as well. Okay, so that is something you could do. You could buy more stone if you're in a hurry. Now, I will not do that because even though I want a rhino house, there is not actually a rhino gladiator available for sale. So until one does, we are not going to be able to do anything just quite yet. So first things first, new item market. A stronger sword. Yeah, it's only a little bit stronger. Leather cloak. Agility, stamina. Whoa. Kind of expensive, but emanating ball of havoc makes all enemies in the area of 1.5 around this gladiator lose 2.5% of their maximum health every 5 seconds, doubled during the crimson mist weather. So it looks like this is an item that kind of just does a perpetual AoE around your guy, and eventually if you put this on a tank, that's going to add up to be a significant amount of damage. And since it's based on a percentage, it will scale as you go up. I would love this thing, but it is very expensive. It is right off of dropping off. I'm going to assume we're not going to be able to get it. And this is actually a very useful consumable. This is one of my favorite consumables. Your gladiator's immune to knockdown. There are some fights you'll participate in, especially 1v1s, where the first person to get that knockdown is going to be the one who wins. So you throw this on that gladiator, and for example, a berserker versus berserker fight, you throw this on him and he will not it will not be possible for him to lose, and that's very useful. But it's a little early. We don't need that quite yet, so we're just gonna go without. All right, let's do. I guess we'll do a 3v3. Just rack up some more XP. I will say at this early juncture, it is the knight who is actually not terribly useful. And we will simply just gun straight through these guys. So turn on our priority and set all of you. Kill him first. And of course, tank last. It's just the way we do it. Here we go. Oh, wow. Those arrows went straight through him. Very effective. And, run away, run away. So our DPSer did go down as well. His hunter did an excellent job. Now, unfortunately, the archers are range limited, and this one is trying to get away, but if I had to guess, his movement is 12.2. Our movement is 15. Although we are faster, we're kind of getting caught along the edge as we back up. So what's going to happen is we are not going to be able to back up. So this is very unfortunate. We're now sort of caught in this loop where the only thing that can happen is he's just going to slowly go around and chunk us. Now, that was very unfortunate. Maybe that would have worked. If I had to guess, that probably would have worked if we had put up the knight instead of this guy. It is true that we killed their first Urug Skull Smasher. We killed their first guy very fast, 3 seconds. But actually, this guy is doing quite a bit of damage. What on earth? 37 DPS for him? That's more than... Well, these guys, their numbers are affected by the fact that she spent the whole time running around not shooting, so that got distorted a little bit. But yeah, we did not do as much damage as we needed to in that fight. So, now, time to recover. Well, good thing there are no events up at the moment, so nothing to worry about. And Gladiator Market update. Nobody important. Now, I'm not going to update the shop because A, it takes money, and B, if you look over here, we've got a Gladiator discount coming up, so we're just going to patiently wait for that to happen.
Several peasant families have refused to pay crop tax. I need you to visit a certain farm and send a bloody message to those who refuse to pay their share.
And how much of their crops are they required to provide?
2/3.
That's asking quite a lot of them. Isn't that kind of cruel?
Let me tell you what's cruel. Hunger throughout the region. Once a few farms get away without paying, more and more will follow. In no time, the whole region will be starving.
You lack imagination, my lady.
What are you trying to say?
There must be other methods for getting them to pay.
Since you're so smart, why don't you solve this issue?
Well, look, let's play on their superstitions. Get somebody to cast an illusion spell, making the river look like blood.
What will that accomplish?
Then tell them how the faith is sending them a sign of impending doom for not sharing the food.
That's not bad. Make them turn against each other. Get the ones who pay to force the non-paying ones to do so.
Exactly.
Let's see how this plays out.
Trust me. All right. So once again, we own a gladiator conglomerate, but we are solving problems with peace. Whoop. Let's see how the plan came out.
I acquired a few mages to cast illusion spells, turning the river red like blood. Then, we stirred rumors that the Blood River foretells of a famine caused by peasants who don't pay taxes.
Work like a charm, right?
Oh, like a charm. Yes. Peasants organized themselves and prepared a small army at one of the farms, ready to march march to Irontown and burn me at the stake.
So they didn't buy the story?
They bought the story, simpleton fools, but they turned it around to their liking. They think it's another sign that the wretched she-elf, me, that is bringing doom, not the non-paying farmers.
Oh, like they blame you for the Crimson Mists?
That's right. Ugh, why did I listen to you?
Well, we will take care of this, my lady. Don't worry about it. However, I believe before we do that, I need to set up first. Item market's been updated. Intellect, we unfortunately do not have an intellect character yet, so that will not be useful. Both of our archers have bows, and by the way, you are not allowed to equip 2 of the exact same item. You can equip 2 bows, but just not 2 bamboo bows, so we don't need another one. I think we need to find more gladiators. I'm gonna put that away real quick. That is unfortunate. You're discounted. I've got some warlocks discounted. Got a druid. Would a druid help with what we're doing? What do you do? Oh, you're level 1. Please tell me there's a larger druid somewhere. No, there isn't. Purifier. This is not... I do not think this is going to work. We don't have a level 3 knight available. And we don't have a level... I don't think this 4 is strong enough to take what they're bringing. I mean, yes, they're all level 1s and 2s, but look, it's a free-for-all in there sometimes, and sometimes quantity wins. These pitchmen, they don't do a huge amount of damage per person, but there are like 5 of them. They can block a little bit. They can punch and stab. Like, this is not nothing. Yeah, there's 5 of them, and then there's 3 tanks over here. And depending on what formation they take, it might be very difficult to get to those guys. Whew. I think we have to bide our time. You can see there's a timer on it, slowly going down. Please help! Please help! No. we got a couple more archers in, another level. Oh dear. River of Blood. Oy, oy, oy. How much longer can we hold out? Because if we wait too long, we're going to have the next arena to deal with. Yeah, it's already coming. I don't think we can wait any longer. Let's give it our best shot. Is there someone else that makes more sense than this? I don't know that... Alright, let's... We'll go ahead and take care of them. Let's give it a try. Their formation is such that I am gonna want you right here. I'm gonna spread out our archers in the back, and both of you are, well, actually, you know what, all 3 of you, let's do this. Okay, that's a little big. Let's do this first. All of you, I definitely am gonna have you target the tanks last. That's pretty much spoken for. But what you are going to do... I wish there were a way to have them simply coordinate. Like, for example, rather than saying, hey, you, archer, kill A, B, and C first, just target whoever he is fighting. I wonder if there's a way to do that. Is there a... support? I can choose who to attack. But there's no, like, support an ally option. Or save an ally option. Not for these characters, anyway. Oy, yay, yay, yay. Alright, so it looks like that's all we can do. Whereas you... I don't think there's anything I can do with you. You're just gonna get mollywopped right at the start. Alright, here we go. He's gonna go down very quickly. We took care of one of the pitchfork guys. Question is, what can our archers do? I'm gonna guess not enough. Run away! Nope. Well, you can see the impact of sheer quantity. There is simply no way to deal with this number of things in that amount of time. To be honest, our DPS numbers are great. Like, that's 162. That's the highest I think he's ever achieved, but it's just a raw numbers game. There's too many hit points to try and kill off, and you guys, archers at this level, are not good enough just quite yet. Unfortunate, but it looks like...
Can you at least clean up your own mess?
I just gave a random suggestion, you went for it and made the mess. No, we did get a level up over here. We'll take care of that after he heals up. Item market. Some consumables available. Ooh, what is this? You know, we're getting a very weird mismatch in which all of our gladiators are strength and agility based, but all of our items are intellect based. That is not helpful. Now, remember, there was some discussion in the beginning that these guys do benefit from having just 6 points of intellect to cap them. Maybe I have overlooked that too much. If we buy one of these, we can temporarily put it on them, giving their cooldown a big boost. But you know what? The problem is their accuracy is still kind of low. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure that's going to work. Alright, and we're not gonna do this just quite yet. This guy, give you a little stamina. Was movement an issue for him? I don't think it was. I think his movement was fine. And hit points certainly not going to help. If once things get on him, he's going to go down very fast. So let's just make sure we keep killing things quickly. So once again, we're about to face the championship. So what we do not want to do is accidentally get into one of these battles like this guy before and get killed again. Alright, one more shot at the gladiator market. Hunter. Oh, give me a rhino for the love of... What is this trait? Fatigue sensitive. When stamina is above 50%, gain strength. While stamina is below 50, lose strength. Given that our knight keeps running out of stamina first, that's not going to work. Okay, so nobody here can save us. It looks like we must... Oh, you know what? Wait. I am going to do this. I think I am going to do this. Huh. It's very expensive, but it is temporary. She will switch it out for something in the future, and we'll get an intellect character sooner or later. Oh, I totally forgot this was available. I'm not going to worry about it. That comes up every 7 days anyway. Okay, so now, it is the end of the month, and once again, it is time to take on one of the arenas. And now that we have finished the first one, we have the option of going back to it. So you can scroll back and do the graveyard over again. It shows that we beat it without losing any of our cups last time. It was a little too easy. So this time we are going to try and take on the farm. It's a 4 gladiator cap. We do indeed have 4, so we should be able to take care of it. Unlike the first time, though, there will be 6 battles going on. Oi, oi, oi. This got real. Wow. I don't even think we can beat that. 2 level 3 archers? 83 accuracy. That's gonna be a coin flip, because it's whoever misses more. And this one introduces the first of a new character set, Pyromancer. She's a fireballer, AoE, and the fireball is kind of big, a range of 1.8. I mean, it's going to be a circle like this big. You know what? None of these are easy. Huh. This guy's equipped. Not only is he level 3, he's got items. He's got better items than I do. Uncool, rabbit. Alright. This is kind of chickening out, I feel like. But I'm not sure I have a great option. Alright, so you... I don't want you to waste time running back to those guys. I don't think that's going to work. So you're going to try and take him out first, as are you. And then you two... I don't think it makes sense to put you in the same... You know what? I'm actually going to do this. I want to guard against an arrow shot. You're going to go him first, him last. You're going to go her first, and him last. So this guy's got too many hit points. I mean, unless it's like a 3-on-1 at the end, we're not even going to be able to take him down in any reasonable amount of time. So we're going to use game physics. So if she tries to shoot her, it's going to be blocked. If she tries to shoot, it's going to be blocked. And fight. I'm going to leave it a little slow in the beginning. Alright, so arrows flying, they're hitting each other. We did get a nice shot off on their Berserker, but their arrows are doing quite a lot of damage to our Berserker because our Knight does not have the ability to taunt. That is actually something that's going to be a big problem going forward. The one remaining archer is going to go down very soon, thankfully, and we do at least have a 3-on-1 for now. So if we can get him to be sort of distracted... Staying in the middle. Oh, wait. Kite. Run. Woo. Oh, my God. So painful. So painful. All right, let's take a look. This is the first time this screen's going to matter since our early fight. So we've got 4 DPSers that we faced. Most of this is not going to come as a surprise. The ones that we killed early are not going to have done as much. The ones we target late are going to do more. All their DPS is kind of equivalent. We're probably also not going to see anything surprising over here. There is a good amount of effort focused on him early. He got shot a bunch of times, and he was also the target of the other opposing Berserker as well. So there really isn't anything we could do about the fact that he went down before we really got going. Now, later on in the game, there will be some tactical ways to do something about that. Other characters can also prevent, as there are traits as well that we can use to kind of bolster that. But for now, that's simply the kind of thing that's going to happen. And now that they had more of a chance, their DPS is going to shine through a little more, while his job was solely to soak, and soak he did. He took, wow, 1900? Does he even have that many hit points? How did he take 1900 damage? Huh. I guess he, oh, right, some of it was blocked and some of it was health, so he was very close to going down as well. Now, here's where we can see this. We first got a level up. Her intelligence is high enough for the cooldown to be 0.1, so you can see, as we calculated before, a 6 intelligence is enough to get that all the way down. So, this is what I'm actually going to do. This character has not leveled up, so we're going to manufacture a cooldown of 0.1, and this character has leveled up. So we're just simply going to put 1, 2. Each point that you spend gives you 2. So now, her natural cooldown is 0.1. They're now shooting about as fast as can be this early in the game. And then the rest to agility. So now both of our archers are facing a cycle time of about 1 second instead of the initial 1.5. They're basically, 33% logarithmically 40% faster than they were when they started. And finally, to deal with this, he did. but he can come back by spending mana crystals, and that's one of the things these things are for. Basically, this is like spending $40. Welcome back. And if this were permadeath, I would be very unhappy right now. Oh, good God. Fireballer and two. This we can do. This we can do. I think we can do this. Okay, so Pyromancer. Very nasty. Very nasty. Do not put all of your guys in one bundle. Let's do this. She is going to try and... I'm going to angle you even more. You're going to approach from this side. You're going to be the blocker. If she tries to fireball her, I want it to hit him, and then he'll walk forward a little bit, so the explosion will happen in the middle of nowhere. And likewise, if she tries to fireball her, it's going to hit him. So no matter where she fireballs, I'm hoping that it doesn't do an AoE and just basically catches one person. You are going to... Oh, yes, I want you dead. I very, very want you dead. So dangerous. You dead first. And I honestly don't care. Second, I don't care. Fine, we'll just put you down. Whatever. And you have to engage this guy. Otherwise, things break. Okay. Oh. Druid froze our Berserker, who not only moved over sideways a little bit and let the fireball break through, but he's also caught in the crossfire. Terrible job. Terrible, terrible job. But, you know what? We got the job done. One Druid's not going to be able to hold out. And so now you can see the execution time where she draws, pulls, and then cooldown. Oh. I was going to say her cooldown should be very low, but actually look at that. Out of stamina. That is the problem. And she spent a good deal of the end of the fight out of stamina, which is understandable since that was a rather long fight. And this guy, not surprisingly, yeah, he was kind of hard to take down. A little bit on the beefy side. And my God, you know what? Berserkers are so dangerous in the early game. But this does not last forever. It does not last forever. Tanky boy took a lot of hits. Man, he goes down as well. And yeah, that fireballer, it was the fireballer. She only lasted 7 seconds, but like that's a lot of damage in that amount of time. All right, next fight. Oh, those are annoying. Wow. This is very tough. They're gonna gun 1 or 2 people down instantly. This is likewise very tough. Basically 2 ranged guys and a fireballer. So one of the things that's rough is when you're facing an all DPS group, it's not that it's easier or harder, it just makes the battle shorter. And what often happens is that just means like people go down very, very, very quickly, and the fights are very difficult to control. Now these are new. You guys have not seen the granny before, but what a granny does that is very annoying is she has a ranged attack, 100 range. Let's face it, that means the entire screen. Does decent damage, but the most important thing, it does a knockdown. Now this is not a very lengthy knockdown, 0.19 seconds. But it does interrupt whatever you are doing. So if you are pulling back your arrow and all of a sudden a knife flies across the screen and pegs you, you are going to get knocked down and have to reset and start from scratch. No idea whether the stamina cost is paid or not. But obviously, 4 grannies with knockdown is tough. So I am going to take this opportunity to show you another feature, which is the surrender button. We have 3 gladiators down. In order to resurrect them, we would need to spend 3 mana crystals. We could do that, but we are very, very tight on resources. Oh, and this, by the way, is what Crimson Mist looks like. The intelligence of all gladiators is increased by 30. I should have paid attention to that. Note that we have no intelligence-based gladiators, so we get no boost. Meanwhile, the Pyromancer, at the very least, was getting boosted. That makes a difference. But I am going to use this opportunity to show you the surrender button. If you feel like it is not going to be productive, you can give up, and that way we save the mana crystals. And we do still get the resources for whatever we beat so far. So 25% chance of an item. No. Oh, look at that. 25% chance. Give us an intelligence ring. Okay. Clearly the game is trying to tell us something. So on that note, that'll mark it for this episode. We have just failed in our second arena attempt. So I did tell you, as easy as this graveyard was, the game is going to get harder. That was a nice little awakening. We got 3 of our gladiators knocked down. They will get back up again. So we will see that happen next time. Hope you enjoy.